strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twist you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Misses with the jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Another scoring shot there. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way. Skill
for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think light. Concentrate.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Okolie in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you. Let's get it started in round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He misses with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Straight right just misses. Good counter punch. There's a counter shot. A straight right just misses. So far, both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Those counter punches have to hurt. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. No rest for the weary. Nice counter. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. About Okolie in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously...
Back at it in round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Battle. The perfect counter lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Okolie in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Forget about that. Yes, I like that round. Did it feel good?
There's the bell to start round 5. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Catch and shoot. Quick punch scores. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Nice counter shot. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Done with that counter shot. He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Punch, counter punch. Straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Okolie in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Needs a knockout.
Let's start the 6. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. How about that time counter shot? You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Exerted here. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
A straight right just misses. That counter punch caught him clean. And this with that jab. That one lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Coley in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close. Here we go. It's round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Shot. We exchanged punches. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you.
And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
Is that forever hope? Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He should be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Both men step back for just a moment. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Roy. And there's the bell for round 8. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Good counter punching. So close with that uppercut. Beautiful counter shot. Counter shot lands. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch. They stop the hook there. Which fighter will... Did you see that? Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. My word, down goes RJJ. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
I've got to see that again.
I can't believe it. They are giving up. And that is that. They surrender. This is over.